We also do things like our main other business is foreign investment advisory. There are so many foreigners who want to invest in Kenya. They don't know where to start. They come here, then they're being lied to by a few guys here and there. And then, because ultimately, or when somebody wants to invest in Kenya, the first step is to even open bank account. Because you cannot trade in Kenya and you don't even have bank account. So there are a lot of restrictions when it comes to foreigners, when they want to invest in Kenya, side by side, or when they want to even open bank accounts, and also when we want to do things like importation and exportation. We attend trainings, and we are really well informed about how a foreigner can come into Kenya and tap on the key lucrative investment opportunities in Kenya. That is what we do to the foreigners. Now, the other thing we do is just related services facilitation. Like somebody wants to be a contractor, we'll help you register NCA. We attend trainings with them and we know how to do documentation. So something that may take you like 4 or 5 months, we can do for you within 1 week. Yeah, because we know the documentation and what they want. And that is what we'll ask you. Then we fine tune it in a good way, to the extent that you don't wait for long until you get the results.
So, most of your clients, what are some of your clients lately? What have the different types of clients you've been attracting lately? Are they new company owners? Are they Mujengo guys? What are some of the people you encounter most during your work?
You see, the kind of information that I've sold out there, anybody in this country, hata yule mtu wa boda boda, akona some skill, and then he's been wondering, how can I implement this skill? And time is really running. Everybody in this country has some kind of an idea that he feels if he implements it, then can really help him bring food home.
Yes.
So I've really talked to the youth. Youth are coming because youth thought registering a company is a very complicated thing. You start responding to the tenders, either from the national government or the county government or the private entities, is a tall order. So I try really to simplify these things for them. I've talked to watu wa Mjengo, and that really touched them. The video really went viral.
Yes.
Because some of them are our brothers back home.
Yes.
You see, somebody has been building for the last 15 years. He's just there. He only has his ID number, ID copy. But you see now, like a building like that, he's doing that building up to the rooftop. But then he doesn't even have any papers. He has the skill, but he doesn't even have a company. You know what I told them? Even if your employer puts you there to help him build that building as a foreman, have your company, work with your business card. Your employer may not be there tomorrow, but then the owner of the building will try and say, Oscar is the one who built this building. And Oscar also left a business card. Because such a building cannot be built on by a client who does not have a company.
Yes.
You cannot build that building as Enos or as Evans.
You can't
it must be a company. That guy will look for you because you left your business card there and he saw what you are doing there. Or he can be building another branch elsewhere, and then he tells you, this one, hii ingine nakupea, so cost will reduce kidogo. That is the way people should go. People are doing welding out here. Now, you want to do welding. Ultimately, you will want to supply companies and even schools. And there's this thing called e-teams. Companies will want you to invoice them using e-teams. Now, if you're operating in your name, how will that even school give you that job? Because the school will ask you, please, we want e-teams invoice. Kazi umefanya ndio umemaliza, but will not pay you. We want e-teams invoice. E-teams invoice, you cannot, it's not advisable to even activate your PIN on e-teams.
Your personal name.
Your personal PIN on e-teams. Others will tell you when you are invoicing us, bring VAT invoice. That's a whole different kind of story. So that is why I approach or I employ upon even the youth to register their companies and have those things in place so that you can do business big time.
You have kind of highlighted some of the challenges you may be experiencing when you're trying to register companies for these individuals. What are some of these challenges, if you may kindly ask, if you can highlight them maybe clearly? Because people out here are trying to register their businesses, but you know, the common challenges that entrepreneurs face during company registration, this is something that is unmatched. And you have to solve these problems. They are new in the industry and they want solutions. So what are some of them and how have you been going about it?
The only first challenge I can talk about is the misinformation people have about tax. I want to register my company, but KRS watanikula. That's a whole distorted information. And then people also don't really know that one person can register a company in Kenya. So somebody is telling you, I don't believe, let me just wait for somebody so that we partner, then we register a company. People also company here that is already being approved, and then the guys are saying, no, that other guy has said he doesn't want to be in that company, so don't proceed or else we'll not pay you. No, our services we do first is when you, we don't charge anything up front. You only charge the government fee. So people are really not sure about shareholding. How can shareholding be done? And what are the factors which really determine or the kind of shareholding or structure which people can have. So there's a lot of misinformation about company registration. Kuna mwingine alinipigia akaniuliza, so sitaona chief nyumbani.
Kwa nini sasa chief anaingilia wapi tena?
I don't know. This guy, I laughed my whole...
Oh, he has the notion that you have to, that chief has to sign somewhere.
When you want to register a company. And then he's a guy who comes from my backyard. So I just laughed and I told him, Bana, can you send me your ID? You know, the guy got a company within 2 days. He's very happy. He's saying, Bana, we need to come to Nairobi. I'm telling them, no. Enolix is everywhere. You don't need to come to where we are. Just share the information that we want. 2 or 3 days, you'll be done.
Yeah. So since you're saying something like 2 days, can you please break down the process you choose? Okay. Since you've said something like 2 days, can you please break down for me the process you use to make company registration easier for your clients? You know? Because 2 days is amazing, you know. Even me, I may be, wow, I want to get a new company. Enolix says it only takes 2 days. That's amazing. How do you go about it?
I told you about our vast experience we have in the field, and we also attend a lot of trainings with the government agencies like BRS and even KRA. We are tax agents. Brand there is a tax agent. And even NCA, we attend this training. So what we do majorly is proper documentation. Let me tell you, some of these things can even last you for 6 months because of improper documentation. Una submit, correction. Una submit, correction. Una submit, but with us, we know how to do it. So that once we submit, and then we pay the government fee, 2 days, you have your company. At most 3 days, you have your company. Tax compliance, CR12, Certificate of Incorporation, Memorandum and the articles, and the KRA PIN. From then, you can jump to the next bank and open a bank account.
So what does someone need to open to register a company?
Or largely, it is looked at in 2 phases. One, if you are a Kenyan, automatically you have a Kenyan ID. Through KNBS, your document, or rather your information is already on eCitizen. So I just need your ID number, the 2 or 3 proposed names of the company, postal address of the company, which is really not important, and the physical address of the company, which really does not need to be factual, but you have to tick the box. And also you must have, if you are more than one of you, just share your ID numbers and tell me the share proportions. And then also I need passport size photos. If you give me that, I'll do my documentation immediately. I'll share with you memorandum and the articles. I have staff here. I have staff here. They just do it within 10 minutes. They share with you the memorandum and the articles. If it is a limited liability company, you go through it. If it's okay, they submit. And then they upload. They prompt your number. You pay the government fee. You let us do the job. Within 2 to 3 days, complete company. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So you mean if I needed maybe a construction company, or maybe I'm someone who's maybe selling shoes or so, maybe, and I want to operate in not mambo ya gikomba type of kind of business, na kaniwe legit, it only take me 2 days. Are there any other requirements, for example, kama mtu aniga construction company, ama maybe could you highlight some of those? Yes.
Yeah. Any company can be a construction company. Where there are miss the road, do you have NCA license? You cannot do any construction if you're not licensed by the NCA. NCA is the government agency that controls, that regulates anything construction, be it electrical works, mechanical works, building works, water works, road works. There are 5 subcategories. So once you have any company, then you go ahead and register for NCA. Unaweza jenga barabara huko nyumbani Ushago. Unaweza jenga like water, with water works, you can do boreholes, ponds, wells, and all that. Road works, you do road works. Water, building works, you can do building. Mechanical works, you can work in lifts, you can do the lifts. You can do interior design. All that fall under mechanical work. Electrical works is about electrical cabling, installations, and all that. So once you have any company, even if the company is called XYZ Real Estate Company Limited, you can do construction with it. What do? Register with NCA. They don't look at the name, they only look at the qualifications.
I see.
Yeah. Just like if you want to do security jobs, your company does not have to read XYZ Security Company Limited. No. But even in the objectives of that company, you must put that I want to offer guarding and security services, which means the company will proceed for vetting. Once your company goes for vetting, it is a fully fledged security company. Then you go ahead and register with the PSRA. Yeah, private sector security plan.
Now, you seem to have highlighted some of the misconceptions people are trying to maybe deal with when registering a company. For example, personally, I never knew you can register a company as an individual. I always knew we can be a group of 10, 15. Then I saw a video of you on social media. You are cautioning us that be very careful who you open your company with. So, you know, even your wife can, do that thing for you, character development. And even seeing right now. So what are some of these misconceptions you deal with during company registration, and you may need to actually highlight them?
Yeah, first of all, it starts from the kind of name that you want to register. Like me, I'm called Enolix. I'm Enos. My wife is called Lillian. I formed the company over 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So you see, there was that kind of love. Name does not have anything. Where there is the role is the shareholding. Yeah, that is what you really have to be keen on. Don't meet somebody at the bar as your friends, then you come register a company as group. As always told you, Ellie, I have files here. 80% of the companies that have registered for people who are more than 10 in that company don't go anywhere. Yeah, utapata mtu kama walikuwa kwa baa jana wakatukiana mtu akamwambia hata kwa kampuni bwana wewe utoange kitu. Jamaa anasema sit attend meetings. When you are 10 of you and all of you are shareholders, when one person fails even to contribute in terms of being in the company, in terms of even allowing even himself to go to the bank and withdraw money, you cannot also remove him from the company by force.
He holds you hostage.
Which lawyer will allow to stamp an affidavit, a fake one? Because if I want to remove you from a company by force, I may stamp affidavit on your behalf. But then it may go through, yes. But when you realize, you just go to Sharia house and then you say, this was my company. I was also a shareholder here. How was I removed? when heads begin to roll. Heads begin to roll. They look at which lawyer stamped this affidavit. 2, the most likely beneficiaries of this ouster are who? The remaining shareholders. People go to court out here and they charge you, people are being charged even 500K. Ask even him.
So you can never remove me in a company without me agreeing to step.
Unless we have done a criminal offense, which is there even before court of law, and then we meet as a company, we do minutes, and then we approach an advocate to ouster you out of the company. But
come on,
ordinarily you cannot. Better leave that company alone. Go form another one. Yeah, go form another one, because you will always be living in fear. When this guy realizes that umemtoa kwa kampuni kama hajui, you will be his cash cow. He will milk you because no, it is forgery. And there's nothing as bad as forging government documents. 200,000, 500,000. Yeah.
That's interesting, huh?
Yeah, don't try.
Very, very interesting.
Don't try.
So even my own wife, I love her, or maybe my girlfriend, because I've seen a very serious case flying around. I can't name names over here, but they own a traveling agency, I guess. And now you saw those things. And now the lady says, "Oh my Lord, I'm now in charge. And now I'm now in charge. You don't want anyone." And now the guy is now like, I formed the company with so and so. And now this becomes to be funny, So you mean I can't even trust my own wife? She has to consent, or she can take my company?
Actually, those are my potential clients. If you see them, tell them to come look for me. Let me tell you, Ellie, in such a scenario, the wife is a hardliner. The husband is also a hardliner. And I heard the husband saying like they did shares half. Nobody amongst them will agree to sign a resignation letter. And most likely, banks are also very clear out here. Banks have seen the hula balloons they have on social media here and there. Banks have also put a caveat that these guys can only withdraw money once they sort out their issues, because bank can be sued. So the only thing those guys can do is to agree somebody to take up the assets, even 90% of the assets, and come out of the company. Because if they disagree and they are both shareholders, that company cannot go anywhere. Or they form a third party, to maybe a lawyer or a trustee, to run for them the company and distribute the profits to them. But all in all, business does not need a lot of acrimony, a lot of catcalls here and there, a lot of disagreements here and there. Even if they appoint somebody to run for them the company, it may not survive for long. I would implore upon them, for the sake of business, what people want out here is money and health. They have health, they have money. I was saying the other day, walikuwa Mali wana swim kwa ocean. That is what people want. People should actually eat humble pie, and they should come down and talk for the sake of the business. Yeah, they can even be. So before you put, even if it is your wife, before you put somebody as a shareholder in the company, be very keen. I don't advise people to put their wives as shareholders. Register 2 companies. Let your wife have her own company. Wewe pia kuwa na yako. So that biashara, ukipata biashara yake, unamwagia pesa, kitoka anakupea. So when push comes to shove one time, sawa, wacha tu tutaonana. Lakini holding somebody hostage and money is in the account, to the effect that you cannot go and withdraw money from that account, a death wish. That is why you find people kill one another out here, because pesa imekwama kwa account na watoto hawaendi shule.
And it is serious money.
Serious monies. We are talking about serious monies. So even before, I hope before they disagreed, they realize that, so that they really know how to withdraw money from the bank. Maybe they are both of them are signatories, where they have to sign both of them. Or either of them. They can say A can sign or B can sign, or just one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, but what they can do, and another thing, if there's money in the account, then they can sign a check. I sign for you check, I give you even 10 checks.
I see.
So we agree every week you are withdrawing 1 million.
I see.
I also withdraw 1 million.
I see.
So that at the end of the day, we dissolve this company once we are done with the assets.
I see.
It's a complicated thing.
Wow, it's never an easy road on this streets of business. Now,